very excited for all of our viewers to be with us on today. We want to make sure that you take an opportunity to like and share this post on today. This is your host, Dr. Dewan Jackson, and I'll be teaching you again on today. We're going to take 30 minutes just to empower and impact you on something that I believe will help to advance you in your personal life. This is a very important topic. You know, we've been sharing on many different topics. We've been talking about relationships. We talked about love. We've talked about marriage. Then we had some special guests. But on today, I'm just going to take about 30 minutes of your time to be able to share and to empower and impact you with this word for the week. And I believe it'll be something that will help you to go forward, to advance, and to fulfill that which is needed for you. So I want you to go on to our page. YouTube page is Apostle Dr. Dewan Jackson. Subscribe, like that page right there, and like us right here on Facebook at the Deborah's Voice Talk Show. We're looking forward to many of you connecting with us. Listen, I want to share with you that if any of you have special topics or things that you think you would like to hear more about or learn more about, we definitely want you to connect with us and to be able to hear any of your feedback. We love to hear from our audience. We love to hear what you like to learn about or what you like to hear us talk about. We're going to be having some other guests that are going to be coming on the show with us as we're going into the month of October. We're looking forward to having some special guests to be with us on the show. Listen, I'm excited because this year is my 25th year anniversary in ministry, and so I will be having a special occasion that is going to be coming up that I will be sharing with you, which is none other than our 25th anniversary celebration banquet. And we're going to have tickets that we are selling for that banquet. The tickets are $100. The location is going to be held at the Mobile County Convention Center in Mobile, Alabama, right downtown on 1 Water Street South. It's going to be an amazing time, and we're looking forward to having you be a part of this occasion with us. Also, we're going to have an advertisement journal. So for those of you that would like to share words of gratitude, words of expression, words of congratulation to me, or if you like to advertise your business or what you do, we're willing to also have you do that in our advertisement journal. That advertisement journal will be $35 for a quarter page, $60 for a half page, and $100 for a whole page. And so we are looking forward to those that have been connected with me throughout the years, whether you're currently connected or been connected in the past. We would love to have you to celebrate with us on such a grand occasion as we celebrate 25 years of glorious service to God's people and to our community, and going forth in developing and helping to fulfill that which we've been called to do. So on today, I've got about 25 minutes. I want to take some time to empower you and impart to you and to be able to share with you something that I believe is very, very important to help you advance for where you're going and for your future. I want to talk to you today about setting goals. I want to talk to you today about setting goals. And I believe it's very important that you understand the importance of setting goals anytime that we're going forth in life, whether it's our personal life, whether it's in ministry, whether it's going forth in our marriage, relationships, friendships, in any aspect, financial goals. I want to talk about just some basic tools that you're going to need, because many times people tend to live their life and they go through many phases and stages in life, but they don't necessarily take the time to understand what it is that they need to do to advance in life. And so a lot of people that I've come across throughout the years, I've come across people who begin to fantasize, people who begin to say, you know, I wish I had that, or I wish I could receive that, or, you know, they speak many things that they would like to come into or have in their life or possess in their particular sphere. And so what happens is that they need to understand that those things don't just come, but they come through us, particularly by setting goals. And so I'm a person that likes to set goals. I like to measure. And I like to be able to see where I've grown and see where I've missed it. Anytime you're talking about setting goals, it's going to make you evaluate where you are, and it's going to make you evaluate where you want to go. So a lot of people tend to want to have goals. They want to have plans. They want to see things come into fruition, but a lot of people don't necessarily look at the way that they have lived their lives and understand that the best way to be effective in growth in your life is to set goals. All right. So goals are literally the measure in life that causes you to advance. All right. Goals are literally the measures in life that causes you to advance. So anytime I'm going to set a goal, what I understand is that I have to literally focus on my ambition and put an effort forth and an aim to receive a desired result. Okay. I have to literally, look at an object, look at a situation, look at a particular thing, have an ambition for it, make an effort, and then now aim for a desired result. So anytime I'm going to receive something that I want to see happen in my life, if I really want it to manifest and I don't want to be waiting, then it's important that I literally take time to set goals and put those goals in place and begin to cause manifestation, growth, and change in my life, right? So I'm not just trying to fantasize about what I want my life to look like, but I'm going to set goals so that what I want my life to look like, it actually can become that. All right. It's very important because a person who doesn't have goals usually is a person that you need to be careful of. You need to maybe even distance yourself from. Why? Because this person is not a person that's trying to advance in life. They're not trying to advance in their mental capacity. They're not trying to advance in the ability of how they're going forward, their growth level. You have to understand that any person that is not putting goals in place is not wanting to advance, right? Because we don't leave our life to happenstance. We don't leave our life to just whatever comes up. We have to be in position to let us see where I am in life. So I have to ask you a question on today. How do I get to my next level in life? Because many people want to live the big life. Many people want to get to the next level. Many people are expecting greater and better things to happen. And so it's one thing to have an expectation for something to happen, but it's another thing to actually go through the process to come into alignment and agreement for that fulfillment to come to pass, right? So I have to ask myself, how do I get to the next place in life? The next place that I want to achieve in life, whether it is the bigger home or your first home, whether it is, buying a car, whether it is financially freedom, debt free, whether it is you wanting to work in another capacity, maybe you want to grow, maybe you want to be an entrepreneur, maybe you want to fulfill a particular area in your life, in your business. So many times we want to grow, but we want things to happen by happenstance. We want things to just fall in our hands. We want things to just come, and say maybe that thing will come to pass. But I want you to understand that we literally have to make things happen, right? We don't wait for things to happen. We make things happen. So you have to change your viewpoint. You have to change your thought process. Don't just wait for life to happen to you. You make the best life for yourself, right? And many times we, wait for life to happen. We wait for something to come to pass. We wait for, time and chance, and maybe one day, maybe it'll come to pass. We start to think, about it. We say one day, but how about if we literally become intentional, right? When we become intentional about something happening in our life and we have an expectation that we are no longer going to stay in that particular place, but we are moving forward. We're moving ahead. We're going to the next level, going to the next dimension, wanting to grow, wanting to accelerate. Then what do? I put plans in place. I put things in proper perspective perspective so that I'm able to accomplish specifically what it is that I want to see happen. So this is amazing. God has a way of perfecting his people. God has a way of bringing his people into alignment that we're able to fulfill the very thing that he wants us to do, right? And so the best way to do that is to desire, right? If I'm going to have a goal that I need to set, first of all, I need to have a desire. I need to know inside of me, what is it I desire? Somebody needs to close your eyes, take a moment, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and say, what is it do I really, really want? What is it that I really, really want to see happen in my life? What is it that I really, really don't want to go another year without? What is it that, I'm ready to say I'm going to pursue that particular thing to manifest? And so then you have to recognize that there are some things that are short-term goals and there are other things that are long-term goals, but you have to pursue it in a place that you really believe what it is that you want to happen. And then you have to walk through the stages, right? So you have to start somewhere, okay? Anytime I'm setting a goal or I'm believing for something, the first thing I do is I start somewhere. I begin to say, you know what? Whether I need to read a book, right? Whether I need to, silence outer voices. I may need to sit and meditate to really see the direction and specific thing of what it is that I need to do or steps that I may need to take. I may need to watch a YouTube video for somebody of something that you just need to learn. It could be something simple as watching a video and then watching that video multiple times until you understand the process of what it takes to duplicate that particular thing and then to bring your goal to pass, right? I may have to go for a walk to clear my head, right? To silence any voices that will try to come and speak to me, any negativity that will try to come to me, right? And you got to understand, anytime you start setting goals, sometimes people are not on board with those goals because maybe they don't see you in that light. Maybe they don't believe you can achieve it, but you have to understand you have the ability to achieve it, but you have to put yourself on a track, right? You have to be ambitious, right? You have to put an effort for it, and you have to aim for a desired result. You literally have to go for the thing that you want to accomplish. You have to break fears, right? If you're going to set a goal, you have to break fears. That means daily I'm going to invest towards the goal that I want to accomplish. Daily I'm going to put myself in the position. Daily I'm going to put myself in the place to say I'm going to grow. I'm going to set this goal and I'm going to achieve it. So what steps do I need to take daily, right, to achieve that goal? So not only am I recognizing what the goal is by writing it down first, writing it on a piece of paper saying this is what I'm specifically wanting to see come to pass. You write that particular thing down and say this is what I want to manifest as my goal. But after I have written the thing down, then I have to make a plan. Okay, very important. I'm going to be talking about this the next couple minutes. I have to make a plan. Anytime I'm setting a goal, whether it's natural, whether it's spiritual, whatever that goal may be, you have to understand that literally you have to make a plan. And planning is the strategy, right? Or the act of how something is going to come to pass. Anytime I have a goal, I have to literally have a strategy, right? Or a plot. I have to put together something of how that particular thing is going to come to pass. If I don't understand that I can't just set a goal and say on January 1st, I'm going to manifest, a new car, but then I don't have a plan in operation to say how that new car is going to manifest, then the very thing that has been told to me, I will not be able to achieve it. So you have to understand that the functioning and the placement of what God desires, where God wants to take you, how great you can be is about your focal point of planning. Okay, so you can plan something that you want to see happen, but you have to start moving in that direction. Some people write down a good plan. Some people say on Fridays I'm going to go to the store, on Fridays I'm going to sell, on Fridays I'm going to talk to somebody, on Fridays, and you can put down a plan. But let me tell you, a plan written without a plan implemented will not cause your goal to come to pass. So you can hear, you can see the goal, you can expect what you want to do, but now I
have to actually implement my plan. So it's not enough for me to write the plan. I have to walk through the stages so that my plan can become effective, so that I can literally become all that I'm expecting myself to become. I put myself in the proper alignment. Right, because I want to see something happen. I want to see myself move in that direction. I want to see myself transition. I want to see myself become the thing that God wants me to become, right? So I literally have to understand I've got to put my plan in motion, okay? So after I've set my goal, then I have to go through the stage of what? Beginning to work harder, right? Beginning to implement some things such as starting somewhere, reading a book, going for a walk, watching a YouTube video, paying for training, getting myself in position so that my goal can come to pass, so my life can change. Then I actually implement a plan. After I've done those initial things, I implement a plan. These are the steps that I'm going to take. When I'm setting a goal, remember, I give myself a time frame. So the problem that many people say that they have a goal, but if it's a lifetime goal, then guess what? You're not literally going to actually perform it, because you're just giving yourself to say, whenever it happens, it happens. You have to understand that when I'm setting goals, I literally have to say, by December of 2021, I will have achieved this. By December 2022, I will have achieved this. By December 2023, I will have achieved that. So even if it's a lifetime goal, it is something that you have to continually and perpetually put yourself in the plans, in the motion, set them up, write them down, put a strategy together, and then what? I set a time frame so that that thing can come to pass. I can't wait and say, oh, one day. See, that's the problem, and that's the difference between fantasizing and setting a goal. Fantasizing is that I just begin to feel like, you know what, I wish I could do this. I wish I can have this. I wish I could experience this. But when you set a goal and you put a date on it to say, by this particular date and time, this is what I'm going to see happen. Then as you set that goal and you put that period, then you back up to the beginning of the sentence and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is what is going to cause for me to get to this end result, this end goal. Okay, so I understand that I have to aim for a desired result, right? I'm looking to put a period on it. I'm looking to cross it off. Some people have things what they call is like a bucket list. So when you talk about a bucket list, the bucket list is like, you know, they have literally certain things that they want to do before they die. But the only problem I have with the bucket list is that you may not have set a goal for each particular thing. If you have a bucket list, then make sure that you have goals attached to them, dates and times of when those things should come to pass, and then plan appropriately for the manifestation of the thing that you're saying. So if you just say one day it's going to happen, probably is not going to just happen, because you are not setting and aiming at a desired result. You're not putting yourself in a position to say this particular thing will come to pass during this particular time. Now, I want to tell you that there are some times when you set a date or you set a time for a goal, and it may take a little longer than expected. That's okay. Move the date, but don't leave it open. Move the date. If you say it was supposed to happen by November and you need to move the date to December, that's okay. But the key is that you're still having a daily mind to work towards that goal, to advance and get yourself in the proper perspective so that the fulfillment of the goal can come to pass. This is very important for us who have not understood goal setting. So you can waste years, you can waste months, you can waste weeks, you can waste time on something that could be effectively done quickly by setting a goal and implementing a plan. All right. So remember, fantasizing is a place where you think about things, but you don't go after them. Right. So you fantasize to live a particular life. You fantasize to have the dream job. You fantasize to have the dream marriage. You fantasize to have, you know, the best kind of guy. But guess what? You have to set a goal and implement it. Even in relationships, if you want your relationship to be better, then what do? You go back and set a goal to say, these are the things I'm going to work on. I'm going to work on communication, work on vulnerability, work on my love, work on my acts of what I do towards that person, work on making an investment. So what? By a particular time, I can see a turnaround. I can see a change. Because if I put investment in it, then it will come to pass. It will transition and I'll get to the place of where I believe God would have me to be. All right. So very important. Again, you got to have daily goals. All right. Daily goals will take you each day, right, towards your ending goal. So my daily goal is a smaller thing. It's something that I need to do to help me to be able to achieve the bigger goal. So I may need to start by reading the book to get the information. I may need to start by taking a class. I may need to start by investing in a particular amount of something to get understanding. I may need to every day be watching specifically a particular video. So your daily goal is what's going to help you to have understanding of the steps that you need to take consistently to get you to your expected goal, right? So you're working, you're participating in the place for your fulfillment to come to pass. So many people have wasted time because why? They have not been in the position that they should be to make sure that they're using daily goals to accomplish a greater goal. Okay. So don't expect that once I put a date on it, it's just going to happen. Daily, I have to invest something into that goal. If I'm saving money, then guess what? Daily, I need to be thinking about how much do I need to be saving by the time that I'm getting paid? How much do I need to be saving? Do I daily need to be putting a certain amount up? If I'm trying to invest, daily, how much am I going to invest? How much can I afford to risk? Literally, you have to take specific choices daily to make sure that you get to that particular place so that the set goal of what you want to see manifest in your life begins to happen. So you take the stages and the steps daily. All right. This is so important. Okay. If you miss a day, pick it back up the next day. This is very important because the reason why people set down goals many times is because they have not understood that daily they need to go through the process of continually keeping that goal in front of them. Keep that goal in front of you every day. Don't allow that goal to, go 2-3 days or a week without you seeing it. Keep the goal in front of you. Keep your mindset in front of you. Keep it in your heart, keep it before you so that you can be in position to fulfill the very thing that you need to fulfill. This is so important. I want you to understand today that goal setting will change your life. If you've been stagnant, listen, you can change your whole life. If you've been, hopeless, wondering when is my life going to change, this is the opportunity. Start setting goals. Start making plans. Start thinking better, bigger. Start expecting something different to happen for your life. But it happens when you set a goal, right? Have a plan, have an agenda, put it together, right? And say, this is what I'm going to accomplish. This is what I'm going to do. These are the steps I'm going to take to shift my thoughts, shift my mind, shift my life. How many want a better life? I want a better life. I'm telling you. How many want a greater life? You want to live life to the fullest. You want to live life without regrets. You don't want to live life in a place where you are struggling. You don't want to live life in a place where you're not, feeling fulfilled. You want to live life not envying other people, right? You want to live life saying, this is my best life. Why? Because I'm determined. I put myself in the proper positioning. I put myself in the proper alignment. I put myself in agreement that the very thing that is needed to happen will happen for me. Wow. I'm telling you, one thing that you need to have is determination. All right. So you apply those goals through what? Determination. All right. And I'm going to take this last part of the lesson today to explain to you. Determination is very important, right? Because determination is literally saying, I'm going to make sure that exactly what I have believed for, exactly what I have, wanted to make happen. I am having the energy, right? I'm now pushing forward that thing. I'm processing. I'm doing everything that it takes, with my determination to make that thing happen, right? It takes determination to get to an end goal. Obviously, if it's a big goal, you're going to have to be determined for a longer period of time. If it is a smaller goal, then you'll be able to be determined and it will happen, it may be, 3 months or 2 months or 1 month even, or 1 week if it's something small. But when it's a bigger goal, you have to have determination, perseverance, patience. You're going to have to say, you know what? I'm determined that this thing will come to pass. Why? Because I'm daily making steps in the right direction. I'm planning, right? I'm moving in the direction. I'm actively learning. I have myself in the proper mindset. I have myself in the place and position to continue to grow and to develop so that the fulfillment of what I need will come to pass, right? Of what I'm expecting will come to pass. So everything in life has the ability to happen for you. All right, I'm going to say that again. Everything in your life has the ability to happen. Your dreams can become a reality. Your dreams can manifest. Your dreams can come to pass. How do they come to pass? Set a goal for it. Set a goal. Your dream can happen. You have to study it, search it out, look for it, figure out how is this thing going to what? Visit my life. How is this thing going to sit down in my life? Get yourself in the mindset to say, I am determined that my goals shall come to pass and I will not be denied. You know what I love about determination? Determination says that I'm going to pursue my goal at all costs. Determination says that I'm going to make sure that I get to the expected end. Determination means that I may fail several times. I may fall down. Things may happen. But when I am determined and I know that this is my goal, especially if it's a big goal, especially if it's something major that you need to conquer and overcome, then you literally have to be determined. You have to have your face set like a flint to say, I will not be denied. Everything that I want in my life has the ability to happen for me. Everything that I want in my life has the ability to happen for me. Okay, so you got to ask yourself, what's standing between me and what I want? Okay, ask yourself the question, what is standing between me and what I want? What is the thing that is standing in between me and what I want? I have the answer for you today. It's a goal and it's a plan. Okay, the thing that's standing in between what you want, the thing that's standing in between what you desire, the thing that's standing in between what you want to accomplish is what? Your desire. Not only is it just your desire, but it is what? It's your goal. It's your ability to have a goal, and it's your ability to have a plan, and it's your ability to have determination to walk those processes out so that you're able to accomplish the very thing that you need to accomplish to make it happen. It's going to be amazing. I'm looking for testimonies. I'm looking for praise reports. I'm looking for people who will say, listen, I began to set a goal. I began to implement a plan. I began to become determined. I began to get myself in position so that I could see the manifestation of the thing that I believe come to pass. So I want to encourage you on today. You need to understand, as I take these last few minutes of the show, you need to understand today that nothing is impossible. This is very important for you to recognize. Nothing is impossible. All you have to do is not only just believe, but you got to set goals towards what you say you believe. You got to put a plan in action according to what you say you believe. You have to be determined about what you say you believe. And then what do you have to do? You need to be grateful about what you say you believe. Then you need to walk through the process to say what is going to come to pass. Wow. So I want you to hear me today. God is literally working on your behalf as you participate. God always wants to bless you, but you got to participate, right? You have to know what type of blessings there are. You have to understand what it is and how do I attain these blessings? How do these things become activated in my life? How do I go from poverty to wealthy? How do I go from, a bad marriage to a good one? How do I go from no car to a car? How do I go from no money to money? How do I go from a bad marriage to a good one? How do I grow with no friends to have friends? What What are the strategies that are needed? I have to understand, set goals. I have to understand, walk into this place, plan to go to places where I'm going to meet people, plan to go to places where I'm going to learn and introduce myself and show myself friendly so that other people can what? Befriend me. There's somebody waiting that wants to befriend you. There's somebody waiting. It could be a simple thing as setting a goal to say, I want to make a new friend. The smallest things sometimes can be so easy to accomplish. Just set a goal. Set a plan and say, I'm going to get me a friend. I'm going to have a new friend, a new sister, somebody I want to welcome in my circle, somebody that you want to get into their circle. It could be many things. I don't want you to limit yourself, because sometimes we think goals are only monetary, or goals are only when it comes to, big things like, yachts or planes or trains or, something that's huge, a world trip or something like that. But I'm telling you that even in small things, even in small goals, even in small setting of application of certain things, these are things that are achievable and attainable if we learn how to set goals. Put a literal time on it. Begin to tell ourselves, I'm going to walk this process out and I'm going to see the manifestation happen for me. So on today, I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for the opportunity to share with you, to come with you again. It's been wonderful sharing with you again on today. This is your host, Apostle Dr. Dewan Jackson. I want you to go to my YouTube page, please, and like and subscribe. Share with others. Share this post. Like and tell somebody to watch us again on next week. It will be 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Every Wednesday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time is going to be a blessing. You're going to be tremendously blessed, and you're going to continue to grow. Stay right here with me. I'll see you next week. God bless you.